What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be beginning a new X2 Grandmaster series. We're going to be doing Proxy Hatch to Gem. If you guys have never watched my Zerg play before, I play Zerg like an absolute baboon. This series is going to be perfect for me. It's going to be very cheesy. It's probably going to be faster than normal. Let's get into it. Alright, first day of our first game of the entire series is going to be against the Protoss. Now, for most of this series, or pretty much for all of this series, you guys can imagine me being super cheesy, putting hatcheries in my opponent's bases and stuff like that. But for the first game, I really want to try a different strategy because, let me tell you guys a little bit of backstory, right? So, the first game I played, or one of the first games I played was actually StarCraft 1. Not even Brood War, StarCraft 1. It actually took us a while to upgrade to the expansion somehow. I think we even played StarCraft 1 Vanilla in like 2005 or something. But I didn't really play a lot of ladder, right? I would play a lot of fun maps. I would play like fastest map possible. A lot of you probably know that. A lot of bounds, which is kind of like an obstacle course of some sort, right? But there was one time I did actually play ladder. I don't think I played more than 20 games. But I had one strategy that I really like to do, and that's what I'm gonna do here. And the strategy that I was always doing in Brood War ladder was playing one base Muta. Now, to fit it to the series, I'm obviously gonna do it with a Proxy Hatch here, but it's basically the same plan. So, for the first game, I really wanted to just go back to my roots completely and play a one base Muta on the ladder. Now, I'm a little bit scared doing this against a Protoss. I feel like there's a decent chance it's just going to be like Adepts and Zealots running it into my bases and stuff. But I'm also pretty excited. And if you guys have never watched my Zerg before, just for reference, I think my MMR on NA with Zerg without practice was about between rank 15 and 20 Grandmaster. So it is really not that bad, though. Like I said in the intro, I do play like an absolute baboon. And what I mean by that is that I do not play Zerg in a normal way, guys. I just full send it, do really weird cheeses and stuff. And I think for that reason, the Proxy Hatch to GM was perfect for me. Now, I want to make another hatch, but this probe is here. Ideally, I want to take this other corner. But if this probe is just going to keep looking over me, it's going to be kind of difficult here. He's checking everywhere. He's getting nervous. That's good. But I really wish he would let me escape, though. Is there a second gate or something? Oh, he's not even making a second gate. I was kind of hoping he would be playing too safe here, to be honest. But instead, he's actually playing... Alright, well done by him. He's not falling for my tricks at all so far. He's playing very normal. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make the lair on this base. I would like to make it in my main base, but that's obviously, yeah, a little bit too obvious. Now, I really wish he was going to overreact to this, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, one thing I'm not quite sure of is how many drones and gases I can afford with all these weird hidden bases. I'm going to kill the probe with these links, which is really nice. He had it on patrol and didn't really run it away, so that's fantastic. And he must be panicking a little bit now. Let's see how many gases he took. I don't think I really want to lose this Overlord yet. He could obviously be making an Adept of some sorts. And that would be a little bit annoying. I think I should probably get this gas right away because, you know, transferring drones is going to be a little bit difficult here in this situation. I'm probably still going to do it, but... Okay, let's see if his Adept is out. Maybe my links can run in. I'm not sure if I want to make Zergling speed or not, because that's going to take away from my Muta production. So he's going for a Forge. Okay, that is fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to see. So he is kind of overreacting a little bit. Or maybe he's not overreacting. Maybe what I'm doing warrants this reaction, but you guys know what I mean. It's... Oh no, wait, he found me already? This guy's insane. I guess his probe must have seen me. Alright, well this is going to be a little bit of a runaround then. Oh, I'm not able to get into the base. That's a little bit of a shame. I'm just going to go to the other base then. And then here... Actually, I'm going to make one drone to make a spine crawler. Can I get this cannon? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Alright, what am I going to do now then? I mean, the spire being spotted is the biggest deal here, right? Because... You know, the rest of this doesn't really matter. Like, I don't really mind having to run these drones around. But having my spire spotted here is a little bit of a disaster, you could say. What is he gonna do against it, though? Probably just make a Stargate, I would guess. A Robo, of all things. A Robo and a Twilight counts, okay. Kinda feels like I'm playing PvT here, seeing a Robo and a Twilight. I guess you could be going for Blink Stalkers, but not really the response I would have expected here, to be honest. Now, I do need a few more drones. I'm not going to be able to make a lot of mutas if I don't have a ton of drones here. You can also just shade it to... Like, I've been super greedy here. I haven't made any units against these Adepts. And 2 Adepts actually destroy Zerglings pretty hard. So, Well, our Spire is finished. I did always get +1 with this build as well, so I think we're gonna go for +1 here. And my counter to the Adept is simply gonna be freaking Mutas, which... This is like the most sketch game this is the first Zerg game I played, and it's instantly the most sketch game I've ever played. It's gonna go... Oh, he missed micro there, that's fantastic. He could have killed a few more drones already at this point. That's really nice for us. I'll just try to target the low HP one. There we go, Muta is now finished. He's actually not targeting. Dude, I'm so lucky here, by the way. Like, I was so greedy, but he's not making use of his, you know, his adepts at all. Now, let's look at how much money I have. I'm mining from 4 gases. I should probably be mining from more. Like, the problem is, if he goes for Stargate, I think my mutas are going to be countered so easily. That... Oh, there's a prism here. Okay. I mean, he could be going for DTs, actually. I didn't really think about that option. I'll just make an overseer. I mean, this Warp Prism is definitely dead, which is great. Maybe I should make a Spine here, or a Spore here as well. Let's see, get that a little bit more centralized. Now with these Mutas, I'm mostly just going to scout what he's actually doing. There's no DTs. There's a Templar Archive. Ooh, that is also a good choice, actually, the Templar Archive. Wait, he doesn't have anti-air here. That's crazy. He's making cannons for anti-air, but that is not the easiest thing to defend with. And I feel like we've actually gotten ahead with this stuff somehow. Like, the mind game just worked out. His mind must have been blown playing against this. Let's see, I need to centralize my rally a little bit. I didn't see a Dark Shrine, so I don't really have to worry about getting Overseers. I got one Overseer a little bit fast just to make sure I wouldn't actually die if it was a DT Shrine. Now, I think 10 Mutas is probably enough to start just ravaging his probes in his main mineral line. Ideally before the Archons come out as well, right? The Archons are going to be the biggest threat here by far. Maybe we can kill... Oh, it's actually a slow warp in. Oh, poor Stalkers. Someone asked me to explain that, by the way, how you can slow warp in, because that is actually a relatively new feature in StarCraft. Basically, you need to warp in with a pylon that's next to a nexus or a warp gate, and then you warp in fast. If you don't do that, you warp in super slow like that. And when I played Protoss, I actually experienced the exact same thing, because I played Protoss 10 years ago, so slow warpers didn't exist for me. So all the time I would do this as well, where you can see how incredibly slow these are warping in. It's very painful to watch. Your units are gonna die for sure if there's anything near. And somehow, guys, we have one with the... Wait, how old was I back then? With the build I did when I was like 7 years old. So I guess 7 years old Uthermal was a genius. That's the first game of Proxy Hatcher Master. Let's get more cheesy. Alright, second game is against a Terran. Now, I have to admit, guys, I actually have some really strong... And I don't mean like just Mimi, but I have some really strong Proxy Hatch builds up my sleeve. But I think I'm gonna save those for a little bit later. I'm just gonna experiment with some different ones. I used to have a build where I would go for... how did that work again? I would go for like... I would build a hatchery in their base. And there's a few responses to that. Some people, they pull the workers right and they kill the hatchery. Some people just kind of let it live, think you're bluffing, and then go into a macro game. And what I would do is I had this point where if I noticed they wouldn't kill it, I would take an extra gas and go for burrowed roaches in their base. And that was actually a pretty strong build as well, but I don't quite remember how the timings work. Also, excuse me. I forgot to ask, but I have no idea what color really fits with Zerg. Right now I'm playing with white, but as always, you know, I'll let you guys vote on the color if you guys want. I think we've been using a lot of teal, so maybe no teal. We've been using a lot of like orange and stuff. So yeah, whatever you guys want to go for. I think white looks pretty cool actually, so if you guys are vibing with white, we can totally play with white. That is all fine with me. Just let me know what you guys want, and you know. I always read your comments, listen to you guys. And of course, if you're enjoying the series, if you're hyped for this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And leave suggestions for any other challenge in the comments as well. Now, one thing I don't think I touched on, but I actually went back to the first challenge series I've ever done as well. Like, I'm really going back to the roots with this one. Because I called myself Where Am I? Which I thought was pretty fitting for a Proxy Hatch series. And is, of course, the same name as the Bomb Cloud to Grandmaster series, which was my first... X2GM series ever, so a lot of nostalgia in this one. Now let's see how he's going to respond to this. If he's not going to do anything, I would love to take my okay, he's going to pull warrior. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If I made a Roach Warrior now, like his economy is going to be terrible behind this, guys. I'm actually going to build this hatchery here. Yeah, if I made a Roach Warrior now, I wouldn't be able to make anything here, right? So it would be a little bit sad. I'm still going to just keep annoying him with this forever, though. But I hope he's gonna let me get into the main base. That'd be nice. Let's see. Let me build. Yes, there we go. He's gonna pull the SCVs again. Like, he is so scared right now. This is fantastic. I mean, he does have the Reaper out, so I won't be able to do this forever. I haven't even made a queen yet, by the way. Let's see, we'll do this trick. Have you guys ever seen this trick before? That way you can prevent it from dying. Look, he's actually just not mining during this. It's pretty crazy. Let's see, will I be able to put out another hatchery is the question. Yo, this thing builds fast. It's not even dying to the 3 SCV. This is actually pretty crazy. Holy cow, look at this. I never knew that it would die that slow, actually. That is insane. Okay, one more? One more? No! Oh, unfortunate. Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna go with a hatchery on my natural then. I've done enough damage with my proxy hatch. I didn't even need to make any zerglings or a queen for the longest time. Now, what is the perfect follow-up to this? Maybe to stay in theme, I should still go for roaches, because that's what the plan was anyway, right? But I do still need to make 1,000,000 drones first. That's always what I learned when I... good thing I made an extra overlord. I kind of saw that coming, by the way. One thing I'm very bad at with Zerg is keeping my overlords alive. So I kind of prefer to just make extra overlords instead, which I know is probably not the best solution. But, you know, gotta solve your weaknesses somehow, right, guys? Now, I kind of want to wall this off. I also want to send another overlord across, by the way. I do want to get some scouting at some point. But yeah, my plan was to go roaches here, so I think I'll still go for roaches anyway. I have a lot of gas. But I'm actually fine with it because I don't really want to add more gases later. I'm just going to use this one gas to afford all my roach warren memes. And it's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for me to play rather than having to, you know, cut gas now and then make more gases later. Because that's usually how a good Zerg player would handle those things, right? But for me, I'm just going to handle it this way, which is a little bit easier. Now, I would like some units to play with, so I'm going to make... Zergling speed anyway. Wait, oh, I did it. Oh, I actually forgot I made it. All right, well, nice for us. I thought I wasn't going to make Zergling speed at all. But, yeah, I mean, why not? I do like some units to play with, as you guys know. Go for a little bit of outplays and stuff. Wait, maybe I could go for something insane. What if I go for freaking Zergling drops into the main while I roach attack him at the front? You see... This is what's nice about playing off-race for me. I play Terran and I know all the tricks, you know, and you guys love watching it. But with Zerg, we're going to end up finding out all those tricks together that we can mean people with. And that's going to be really fantastic. Now, I'm getting a little bit confused. This is actually a Zerg problem, I think. I'm getting really confused with my camera hotkeys because I built my turret in another place. But he doesn't actually have anything at home. So what's going on here then? Let's see. He's going for stim. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think it's just time for me to make a lair. And then I can actually make those double overlord drops. I'm gonna get overlord speed as well. Because why not? I don't think I might actually need another... what do you call it? Like some more creep tumors. Another gas, I wanted to say, actually. How much does an Evo cost? 75 minerals. I feel like there's so many random details that I'm not even aware of with, with other races. I mean, even with Terran, I'm not a timing guy, but... with other races even less, of course. So I'm gonna make 16 Zerglings exactly. And I'm just gonna be dropping them into the main. Wait, I can't even see the creep here. Already finding out quality of life problems. You guys see that? I can't even see if the creep is there already. I mean, it speaks for itself, of course, but still. How many workers do I have? 44. That is not enough, guys. Here we go. Let's make 25 more workers, okay? Just like that. Now, I didn't see anything suspicious, I think, in his base. So, I don't think I have to be afraid of anything. My supply feels quite good. Oh, I do remember, actually. I played one game where I went for... I'm gonna try to kill this, because Reapers are annoying. I know I'm a Terran player, but I do know that they're actually annoying, so... I do remember that to play Double Liberator. Interesting. I mean, good thing I just have queens. They deal with it on their own. Don't really need to worry about it. But you do need... I think it's 5 gases to make mass roach, so... That's what I'm gonna go for. Let's get these into dropper. Oh, I actually got speed too. Perfect. And I even have the perfect amount of Zerglings here. Look at that. Now, because he has a bunch of libs, I'm actually just gonna add a few spore crawlers here. I do have a few too many drones here. So we're gonna transfer those to the next base. Get a 4th base behind it. Actually, my Zerg macro is better than I expected. I thought it was gonna be pretty terrible, to be honest. But this really could be worse. Creep spread definitely could be a little bit better. But actually, since I have speed, I can just go all the way around. Maybe I should send another queen to the main to defend the liberators, huh? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, do I have my 5 gases? Oh, I actually made 4 only. A little bit of a mistake. Here we go. So he's actually just spamming Liberators like crazy. I haven't really seen him make anything else. I have 60 drones now. Do you go for... I think you might actually have to go for 66 instead. And we're gonna kill these reactors. I'm surprised he doesn't have any units here, actually. Because he was making stim for a while, right? Oh, watch this. The snipe and the... Dude, I'm basically a Terran player right now. Look at this. Oh, no, this guy... Oh, I'm gonna... The surround on the tank. Let's go. Dude, this is actually some proper Terran micro over here. I'm actually surrounding the tank with a link drop. Not sure if that's ever been done before. Maybe we're the most revolutionary Zerg already, guys. Who knows? Let's get this one as well. And we might have to do a mass overlord drop in his base, because else, if he's gonna siege his ramp with Liberators, I'm not sure how we're gonna be able to deal with that, to be fair. So maybe I'm gonna go for that right now. How much do they cost again? Oh, it's 25. Yeah, I can afford that. It's actually different from when I started playing. In the start of Wings, I'm pretty sure you would just buy an Overlord drop upgrade for like 200, and then all your Overlords would be able to drop, something like that. So that's definitely different now. Now that's probably too many Overlords, but you know, you can actually make a million roaches at once pretty much whenever you are rallied up for it. Now my saturation is definitely not looking pretty. I think I might have to do some research on how many, you know, drones exactly you're supposed to build at which timing, because obviously I'm gonna have to meme a lot here. Oh, I also really want to play Proxy Hatch Swarmos, by the way. I don't just want to play roaches and you know, hardcore cheeses and stuff. I also want to play Proxy Hatch Swarmos. That sounds like a really fun strategy too. Here we go. Completely circumventing the wall and the freaking Liberators. I don't know where the Liberators are, actually. Roach bombs. I'm not sure if he's disappointed or impressed. I can't tell, actually. So where were his Liberators? Oh yeah, they were scouting at the front. There you go. Well, that was a beautiful game. And to be fair, guys, we basically won this game with the Proxy Hatch. Like, I'm actually going to give you guys some tips, because I know there's a lot of Terran viewers out there as well. If you play against the Proxy Hatch like this, you can either pull just enough SCVs to kill it, which I think is about like 6 or 7 with a Marine. You can also just make a bunker next to it. You can just ignore it and go for CC on the high ground while you scout your opponent. There's a lot of options. If you do this, you're mining 55 minerals a minute, which is just, you know, it's just not enough. Like, if you pull 6 or 7 workers, you're still gonna get that hatch rate down, especially if you make Marines. But here, he's just not mining at all, and I got massively ahead from this opener. If we jump ahead a little bit, you'll be able to see what the situation of the game is like. He is barely just finishing his second command center. He's sitting there very scared on a bunker after pulling all the workers. Like, he's really just doubling down on a defense. My third hatch is finishing at this point. You know, I have multiple queens, 3 queens actually already. Thought it was only 2, and I'm just massively ahead. So don't overreact. If you're gonna die a few times, it's fine. But with Terran, it's really important that you find like just the perfect line to defend. You don't want to overdo it, because you need to keep that momentum as Terran. And then besides that, you know, the follow-up could have been a bit cleaner. Going for Stim just to go into Liberators, probably not the best tactical move. You know, but he got scared, which is logical. Proxy hatches are terrifying, and that's nice for us. So let's go for game number 3. A Terran player. Wait, was this the guy from the first game? No, the first game was a... Wait, now I'm actually confused. No, the first game was a Protoss, I believe. I think I played a warm-up game against someone who had almost the same name as this guy. I think that's maybe what happened. And one thing I just realized, guys, is that my proxy hatches are always very cheesy. But I think we might have to use them differently in, like, Diamond compared to, like, you know, Masters and GM. Because I feel like most people in Masters and GM would not pull their workers to kill the hatchery like that. And against those, I would probably be able to do more committed cheeses. But here, if I commit to a cheese and they pull 1,000,000 workers to kill my hatchery, it's all of a sudden a little bit scary, right? Now, I would love to actually be able to execute a full-on cheese, so I can show you guys the power, because the power is going to be good. Also, just saying, guys, if you're going to get tortured by proxy hatches after this series, you know, shoot me a message. I might make an emergency guide for you guys on how to defend them, because obviously I don't want you guys to get tortured forever. But I do think proxy hatches are underused, and they bring a lot of fun variety to the game, so I'm actually pretty happy with this. I have a lot of people asking me to do a cannon rush to Grandmaster, but personally, I think if I do that, I would actually just be teaching, you know, a few 10,000 people to cannon rush everyone, and that would make life a little bit more miserable. But since proxy hatches are not so so often used, I think it's going to be very fun to show you guys how to do some powerful proxy hatches. Now, this game I actually want to do a Spinecrawler rush, but excuse me. I'm actually just gonna have to see if he tries to attack it, right? I really want to do a spine rush, but if he's gonna attack it again... Let's see, is that enough drones? Yeah, I think that's the amount of drones I need to build. I actually know this build quite well because I've been using it recently. But yeah, he's not attacking my bases yet, so that's nice. Now, typically, Terrans would scout after the barracks. He's gonna make a bunker. Okay, this is gonna be an exciting one, guys. Can we actually break him with this? Because normally, I don't really play against bunker on the low ground. Maybe this overlord could actually be a bait. This could be a sick bait overlord, so we're gonna get 6 zerglings here. Yeah, this overlord, it seems crazy. But now, if he's gonna fight the overlord, I'm gonna be able to pop down my spine crawlers here. Which is the intention of it all. There you go. I mean, losing the overlord is going to be painful, but it's going to allow me to execute my rush. And I have the second overlord for vision here. Now, instead of making another overlord, I'm going to make as many zerglings as I can before having to build one. Let's see. I imagine he's going to commit to it now. Yeah, there we go. I think we're going to be able to make one more set of zerglings. Maybe 2. And then I'm going to have this for vision. There we go. Okay, so now I lost the overlord. I got 10 extra zerglings out, which is really good. And I mean, this bunker is definitely gonna die, I want to say. I might have to cancel this spine crawler though. No, I'm actually just gonna go for it. There we go. Looking pretty good. And now I'm gonna be able to bust this wall right open. Those marines are dead. Gonna have this for vision. Pop down a creep tumor. I'm not sure why there's an eBay in the wall, by the way. That is a spectacular move. Oh, I did forget to cut out of gas, by the way. That's a little bit of a mistake by me. And now these spines are just going to be easily able to break the wall. Obviously, if he tries to repair, he's just going to lose workers. He does have a Widow Mine. Maybe I can just bait it with 1 zergling. There you go. That's the weakness of Widow Mines, and now it's idle for a few, you know, 40 seconds or so it is, I believe. And now we're up into the main, and this is one of those powerful proxy hatches I was talking about, guys. This is a terrifying build that I don't think many people have an answer to, and sadly Marco also didn't. Hey, it's almost the same name as me. There we go. But his name is with a C and a K. Mine is with just a C, by the way. I see some of you still write my name with a K, guys. I see you. That's not how you're supposed to do it. And there you go. That is one of my most devastating builds, Proxy Hatch Spine. And because I was beaming so hard in the first 2 games, especially with the Mutas, I really wanted to try and get a super strong Proxy Hatch out there so you guys believe in the power. And for the next series, I would love for you guys to comment on what kind of proxy hatches you would like to see. I'm also gonna do some research myself because I was nervous about doing an off-race challenge because I really like to show high quality gameplay. So for this one, I'm actually gonna be doing some research. And I'm gonna be trying to figure out even stronger proxy hatch builds even before trying them on the video so I can really show you guys the best of the best. Obviously this is gonna go with a mix of freestyle because I like to keep my videos natural and fun. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the first episode. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for episode 2. Adios.